We're here talking about all things love. When he's, and she was as well, it's not just about the guys. It's also when she's also not just that into you. This person is not feeling you, but you're forcing. Hi.
Hi.
How are ya?
Good, good.
Yeah, I tried to figure out how, how this topic would go. And it sounds, that it's like fitting a round peg into a square hole. It just doesn't work, does it?
No.
Right, so let's start from the very beginning. So you have a friend that you admire from afar, and you're convinced that this person has feelings for you because of the way they talk to you, the way they treat you, the way they express you. But it's not going anywhere. You're in purgatory. You're just stuck in the middle. What do you do, Maggie, and how do you tell when a person is just not into you?
So, first of all, good morning.
Good morning, Mama.
Let me just start by saying,
Yeah.
those are kind of two separate things.
Yes.
So if someone is giving you signs that they like you, you first of all need to know, are they really giving me signs or am I imagining things in my head?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But sometimes guys really do like you, especially as females. We feel like, he's always talking to me, he's always... But then it's like they also get stuck.
Okay.
And then you're both, And then you start to think, oh, maybe he doesn't like me. Maybe he does like you. So the question is, does he or doesn't he?
Okay.
So a few things. If he's like always around you, he's teasing you, he's texting you, he's inviting you to do things, he's sending you WhatsApp videos that he thinks are funny or good, I think it's fair if you think that he likes you. That assumption is based on something. Because when a guy doesn't like you or when a girl doesn't like you, the one thing they're not giving you is time.
Okay.
Time. I mean, I'm not giving you my time if I don't want to spend time with you, right?
Yeah.
If I don't like you, I just think, you're bothering my life.
Yeah.
Just go away.
But then there are mixed signals.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
there are people who are just sort of built in a way where they can't tell you right out that listen, stop bothering me. So there's this game, where actually once in a while they call you, once in a while they do send you a text, once in a while they do hang out with you, and so you're getting these mixed signals because you're like, do you like me? Don't you like me? Let's talk about how to decipher when the person is either just just hanging out for the sake of hanging out or just using you, for example.
Yeah, I was about to say sometimes there are people who keep you around for their ego.
Okay.
Like, I don't really like you, but I don't hate that you like me. So keep liking me. I'm just going to go like,
Yeah, I'm gonna
John over there,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I don't mind the attention. This is what I say. When we say try to decipher, we're trying to get into someone's mind, yeah? We're trying to get into someone's, what do they think? And you can't do that. So I turn it back and say, what is enough for you? What is enough for you? If him calling you once a month just makes you feel like, listen, like you're in or you're out, but you're confusing me,
Yeah.
then you're the one who needs to set that boundary.
Okay.
So he or she has no incentive. They have no reason to be fair to you, especially their personality that's insecure and needs that, like I'm desired at the expense of someone else. But you are responsible for yourself. And I'm big on personal responsibility.
Okay.
So it's you to decide, is this enough for me or not? If it isn't enough, then the question becomes, what do I do? You can pull back completely and just say, look, when they call, I don't have to answer. There's no law that says you have to pick a call every time the phone rings.
Right.
Or you can have the conversation and say, I feel like every time I feel like I don't know what you're doing. Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because a direct question normally leads to a direct answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, when you're looking at that kind of situation and you guys are friends, and you're in that situation, one of the parties is probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, going to be a little bit manipulative because there are some benefits, obviously, for them to stick around, even if it's just once a month, right? How do you have that conversation with this friend or with this potential dream girl, dream boy, which will probably never happen? How do you start to have that conversation? How do you become bold enough to ask? And what do you ask when you do become brave enough?
Yeah, the part of manipulation, also the flip side of that is vulnerability.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're also feeling, I don't want to just go out and say, Peter, I really like you, do you like me?
Yeah, I wish.
Because if he says no, your feelings
That's
are all
it.
over the place.
It's over, yeah.
So it's about also how to say it in a way that protects you a bit, right?
Okay.
So you can say, I've been thinking about, hey, there's a concert coming up, do you want to go? And you're more likely to, if he says yes or she says yes, then go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
then go, and then kind of slowly make your case known.
Okay.
Like for example, you can say, I notice that you call me sweetie a lot, or you call me my dear a lot, but then our coffee hasn't happened. What's up? Because you know what? Maybe he's busy. Maybe she's been freaking out because you keep trying for a weeknight, and she needs to get home because she has an early morning. So a weekend would be better for her.
So
right?
stop just making things up in your
Stop
mind.
making
This
things
person
up in
doesn't
your
like
head.
me. This person is, no. Maybe they're just busy.
Maybe they're busy or maybe they don't like you, but you need to ask in a way that isn't really so much pressure on them.
Okay.
And I like WhatsApp. I gotta tell you.
Yeah?
I think WhatsApp is God's invention.
Okay.
No, but seriously, I like WhatsApp because you can use emojis that are kind of non-threatening.
Right, exactly.
You can ask, you know, you
your
can
face
say,
is there, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
my favorite question to ask in a tricky situation is, Kobe, can I ask you something?
Oh.
Because you're already like, of course.
Curious, yeah.
Then you say, listen, but I'm freaking out a bit because I don't know if it'll come out the way it sounds in my head. You know?
Right.
And already they're like, no, tell me. Like, I got this, tell me.
I'm ready.
Yeah, and then you say, you know, I'm kind of, sometimes I feel like you like me and then sometimes I don't. And now I feel like a crazy person. Am I a crazy person?
Yeah.
See?
Okay.
You're laughing because you're already thinking.
Okay, yeah, you've the defense is down.
Yes,
yeah.
put the pressure off.
Okay, put the pressure off. I like that. You're going to tell us in a second about how the person receiving this news, that they're liked or being asked this question, how they should react. But before we do that, we have Luke who's on the line who'd like to ask a question. Good morning.
Hi, Luke.
Morning, Kobe. Morning, Maggie.
Hi, how are you?
Very fine, thank you. Thank you so much for this great, fantastic topic. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it.
Thank you so much, Luke. Do you have somebody who is into you or you're into?
Actually, I'm a victim of maybe both or either.
Yeah, all of us. Don't worry, you're not alone. All of us have been through it.
I'm just calling to clarify basically.
Yeah?
I think what happens a lot here is the fact that people like to either manipulate, I wouldn't say which gender, either manipulate or people like to look for false security and comfort.
Yeah.
Basically, and I think that's wrong. I think there's a lot of confused people. So basically, my question is, could you address the whole thing about I want comfort but not commitment? At the same time, I'm playing games with somebody, but I'm not being true to myself. Because I think that's the biggest problem that I've seen amongst both genders.
Amazing. So, Luke, can I ask you a question before you hang up?
Yeah.
Are you single?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic. I'm going to sell you on our social media platforms.
Thank you, Kobe.
Please send us your photo.
Great. Okay, maybe.
Send us your photo. We'll hook you up with a nice lady. Thanks for that. Very good question.
Kobe.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, guys were just looking for...
Really nice.
I know, I like him. I
Me
like
too.
him a lot. All right. So, yeah, guys were just looking for comfort and looking for, you know, all the things that are good with you and that ego vibe. What do you do with those people?
So you have to kick them out.
Okay.
Yeah, you were not made, when God made you, He didn't make you to just be an endless supply and to be used by people and to not be fed, right?
Yeah.
And in life, sometimes you give to me and then I give to that other person and it all kind of works out.
Right.
But in romance, you need to get something back. Whether it's support, I'm not talking about, you know, are you paying my rent? That could be part of it, you know, you're the one who knows what you need.
Yeah.
But don't allow someone to use you for their own purposes. The only caveat I'll put is that sometimes because of that vulnerability where you feel like, do they like me, do they not? And it makes you anxious. Sometimes you see your own things.
Okay, so you're
So
being
sometimes,
paranoid?
yeah, you perceive like you're a sanguine and then maybe a guy starts thinking, oh, you know, she doesn't like me, she's like that with everyone. You're thinking, but I'm just a happy I'm a happy person.
I call
right?
everyone honey. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you really do honestly perceive that this person, they're not being honest with me, they're not being genuine, and you can usually tell because you feel deflated after.
Okay.
So after you interact with such a person, instead of feeling
Wonderful.
yes, or positive, or kind of something positive is happening for you, you just feel kind of you know, deflated.
Yeah.
Sometimes they sneak in things under, you know, like negative things so that you can work harder for their attention.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you, and God put an instinct in everybody. We only think women, but actually men have it.
Yeah.
Men know when a chick is just stringing them along for the free drinks,
Right.
but they keep hoping.
That something will come out of it.
Yeah, they're human like anybody else. So if you feel like, I don't feel alive, I don't feel good.
There's no spark.
Yes,
Yeah,
even
there's
about
nothing.
yourself or about, then don't let them.
Walk away.
Yeah, walk away.
And if you are the person who is a manipulator, if you are the person who is there for ego, for comfort, and you receive this news, and you see that genuinely you are treating this guy badly, you're just using him for his money, for his car, you are just using this chick for her house or, you know, intimacy and things like that, and this person tells you, how should you react and what should you say as you walk away?
So yeah, you need to walk away.
Yeah.
You need to recognize the part of you that feels so scared that you're not willing to be in a state of truth with the other person. So people who are manipulating, what they're really feeling, what they're really doing is protecting themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a self-protective measure because they think it makes them safer, but it makes them harmful to themselves and to the other person.
Right.
So you need to tell yourself, I can do better than this, I am better than this, and I am worthy of the thing I am getting from this person. And so are they. So I need to be real with myself and be real with them because they're also unhappy. You know, manipulators are schemers, right?
Yes.
It takes a lot of energy. If you have to lie to your boss about a million, it's too much work.
You're building things in your mind.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and also to trust, they need to trust that there is somebody out there who will find them truly desirable and who they will find truly desirable. So they don't need to misuse another person.
Meet me halfway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally, they need to recognize that the thing they're afraid of, being used, being taken advantage of, is the exact thing that other person is feeling. So when they tell you, I really like you, and you know you don't like them, you need to recognize how terrifying it is for them. You need to recognize how anxiety-provoking it is for them. And that's the very reason you're behaving in a manipulative way.
Wow, this is profound. It's profound. Okay, guys, I am going to get you in touch with Maggie. She's amazing. She's online, and this is what she does. She is a family and sex therapist, and you do a great job.
Thank you.
Very profound. I never thought about it like that. We have Deno on the line, Maggie. Good morning, Deno.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Poa, Sema, you have a question or comment for Maggie?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey,
Okay, so
hi.
his TV is on. Dennis, turn off your TV, darling.
Okay, I have.
Okay, go ahead. Ask your question.
Okay, the question is,
Yes.
actually, me and my girlfriend, we had an issue like in 2 weeks' time, 2 weeks ago, and it is bringing a lot of chaotic things because she doesn't want to listen to the side of my story,
Okay.
and it's so hard for me to convince her. So I had to use her cousin actually to come and talk to her so that I could get to her.
Okay.
And then that happened, and luckily that one it went through, and we went up talking.
Okay.
So I had to actually tell the cousin because I think the situation is so hard for me right now. Let's not tell her that you're the one. Actually, I did tell you to come and convince her at least. Let the issue cool down, and then when I get back to Nairobi, and then we'll talk one-on-one, and then I'll explain everything to her, and yeah, I think she'll understand when I'm with her.
Okay.
I don't know how she got to know that yesterday, and then actually now she came up and she approached me on phone, and then I had to tell her everything.
Wow, that's a bit of a mess. But you like her? You like her?
I love her. I don't even like her.
You love her. And does she love you?
Yeah, she loves me, but she's that kind of person who actually gets so crazy when something small just happens, and it gets so hard to convince her.
I love it, Dennis. I know what you mean. You've gotten yourself into a little fix. Maggie, can you solve this for him?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm sorry to hear about this mess, and I'm not laughing at you.
No,
It's
the
just when he
situation.
described-
We've all been there, man. Yeah,
when
yeah.
he said she goes crazy, I thought, uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right, so listen. First of all, he violated something major for her. If you go behind someone's back so that something can go your way, that person is likely to experience that as manipulation, as a betrayal, as a sign that you don't trust me, that you think I'm so crazy. Yeah, do you think I'm unhinged? Is that how you see me? Yeah, then it just gets worse from there. I mean, after that, it's just over.
She's crazy, and then she gets that label.
Right, and then it's a really difficult label to argue against.
Yeah.
Because you're upset for a reason, but then when you get upset, you feel trapped because then it means that you are crazy.
Yes.
So they know you owe her an apology for that.
I love that, yeah.
I appreciate the fact that you said the agreement was please don't tell her, and then when I come to Nairobi by this time, I will tell her myself. That was the right thing to do, to come clean on your own. So what happened here is that someone let you down and your secret got out before you had a chance to get it out, right? So in my opinion, Deno, you need to just be honest and tell her, I know you're upset with me, but please give me a chance to just give me time this week or today and give me a chance to talk with you. And then come clean and say, I panicked. Things were not going well, and I thought because you're friends with your cousin and your cousin is on our team, I would get her. So in my opinion, to me, I was getting someone to help us. I didn't perceive it as a betrayal.
Well, but why just not do it directly? Why have to go around someone? I can see why she's upset. But why use a middle person? And that is a little bit manipulative. So what does he need to check within himself before he even fixes this?
I think when he said, when I come to Nairobi, I'll talk to her, then I stopped perceiving manipulation.
Okay.
What I really perceived was fear. And if they love each other, but she's the crazy one, I think he panicked and just thought, I literally don't know what else I can do.
Okay.
And if I let this continue and wait until I get to Nairobi to fix it, I'm going to lose this girl.
Okay.
And I love her. So rather than, for me, it felt like he was clutching at straws. So he called her cousin and said, listen, this is messed up. Please help me fix it.
Okay.
And so in future, this is a conversation you need to have with her. I like, the opposite side of crazy is passion. So I would use the word passion, my brother. I would say that
she's passionate.
I like that you're a passionate woman, but I don't want to be here again. So can we come up with a way where the two of us discuss how we are going to approach conflict that isn't resolving, and at what point can we involve someone, and who can we involve? So that even she's cued into the fact that if so-and-so is talking to me, it's out in the open.
Okay.
Yeah, we've already discussed it. And I hope she forgives you. This honestly to me sounds like he messed up. And don't do that again.
Yeah,
that
I hope
just
she's
really
watching too.
Infuriating for a woman.
It's true. I hope she's watching too. Forgive easy.
Yeah,
forgive easy, especially when you love someone. We have another caller. Yeah, when you love someone, forgive them. People make mistakes. All right, good morning. Hello.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, how are you, Duncan?
I'm fine. I'm calling from Gitu.
Thank you so much for calling. You have a question or comment, sir?
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, by the way, I've enjoyed you. I need this morning.
Oh, we love you, Duncan. That's why we do this, for people like you.
Yeah, I would just like to ask a question.
Okay.
Yeah, when it comes to relationship, I would like to ask Maggie.
Yes.
Who is really supposed to bring this bold into the relationship? Is it a man or a woman? Because
ask that again, Duncan. Who is supposed to?
To bring this bold, to bring, this relationship into life.
Okay.
Yeah, is it going to be a man or a woman?
Good question. Very good question.
Maggie, thank you for...
All right, thanks, Duncan. Yeah, who's supposed to bring the relationship into life? Like, who's supposed to keep the relationship going? Is it the man or the woman?
So, Duncan, who wants to be happy?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? This idea of gender, the man is the one who does this and the woman is the one who does this, you'll notice isn't working anymore in many ways. Yeah. In some ways, I'm sure it's working. So to say that it's the man who's supposed to bring it into life, so what does the woman do? Just show up?
Yeah.
And to say that it's the woman, what does the man do? So the responsibility for the success or the happiness in a relationship lies with whoever wants to be happy. The assumption being both. Both. Both of you want to be happy, so both of you need to invest in the happiness of this relationship. When there are challenges, you need to know that you each have your own vulnerabilities. You each have your own things that aren't so positive. Right. So to prop each other up. By that I mean like to how do you say, is it Swahili you say kufichia mtu uchi?
Yeah, yeah.
So you stand like next to that person so that their
Right.
naked side is not seen.
Yeah, cover up their weaknesses with your
Yes.
strengths
Yes.
and vice versa.
Yes.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, guys, it's important that we talk about when you're already in a relationship, you love this person, you've been there for 5 years, you've moved in, you even have a child, and then they just fall out of love with you. What do you do? Right, hold that thought. What do you do when your boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband is just not that into you anymore and you can't leave? Oh my gosh. We have another caller on the line. Good morning.
Good
Benson.
morning.
Hi, how are you?
Benson.
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Habari ya Eldoret?
Salama sana Kobi.
Asanti. Uko na swali?
Niko na swali na niko na a comment.
Go ahead, sir.
Gorgeous as always.
Oh, thank you. You guys are so
Anyway,
nice.
my first, my question to your guest is that
Yeah.
is there true love in this world?
Is there true love in this world?
Yeah, because to me, I think true. Yeah,
Do you believe in true love, Benson?
I did before.
Okay. Ole.
But
And then what
today-
happened? Tell us what happened.
Okay. Like recently, I was in a relationship with a lady.
Uh-huh.
And in my relationship, the only thing she wanted is my money.
Wow. Okay.
I told her that I had to go to my account, withdraw all the money, put it to another account. I went there with her to that account that I withdraw the money. There was only 7,000.
Wow.
Then I told her to withdraw the money. I gave her my PIN number. Only to realize that on that account there was only 7,000.
Yeah.
So I paid her the remaining part of the school fees that she wanted.
Yeah.
And then she was like, after some 3 days, she was like, Ben, I don't think we are meant to be together.
After the fact. So you're feeling used, aren't you, Benson? And you loved her, obviously, for you to do all that.
I really loved her with all my heart.
Oh, Paul Benson, we're so sorry. People like that need to just, no, they need to go. I'm sorry
Yeah,
that happened.
That is what I did. I left her, and you see, that was that lady.
Okay, okay. Right, so please speak to Benson. I mean, this is for so many people. Men are suffering out there because there are some serious grumpy trao ladies who are out there using men for their money, for their wealth, and just leaving.
Yeah.
And a guy has fallen for you and he's a good guy. Benson sounds like a really good guy. All right, tell me.
Well, Benson, I'm really sorry. I actually really felt it.
Yeah, me too. I felt bad for that. Sorry, Benson.
So one thing he said is that I left her. After that, I left her. Let me take you back to what I said in the beginning. You have to say no. I wish that he had said no earlier, and probably there were signs that this chick was just not being very forthcoming or genuine or honest. But I think because he loved her, he felt, like, let me just try, let me continue. Maybe I'm misreading things. If you have to say maybe severally about one person, you need to take a step back. Maybe Kobe was late because she was. Maybe Kobe. Maybe you need to take a step back.
Yeah.
Because already your internal cues are telling you something is wrong, and you're not hearing it.
Right.
And if you're not listening to that still small voice and you're not trusting it, it will keep getting louder in outside ways, in ways that manifest on the outside.
Until you end up looking crazy.
Yes.
Well, passionate.
And it took him losing a lot of money and time and emotional investment for him to finally hear it. So I'm not blaming him. My only hope for him is that he will realize that A, not all women are like that, and B, he has a right, and he had that right from the beginning, to actually say no. By the way, one way to tell, I don't know, maybe how the relationship is anchored, is to see how people respond to the word no.
Okay.
So a guy likes you, you like him, but you're starting to feel, I think he's a bit pushing into my space.
Yeah.
Kobe, let's go for a concert. And you're like, no, I'm really tired. If he can't take that, it's okay for him to be, upset or sad or irritated about it, but briefly. Okay. But if it becomes this thing that he or she is holding on you, you need to know that that's a dangerous person. And I don't mean physically dangerous necessarily. I just mean someone who will break you.
Break you.
And
now
Benson,
he's doubting true love.
yeah, and there is
which
true
is
love.
so sad. There is true love,
There is
Benson.
true love.
Absolutely.
By the way, I wanted to just add, I got the impression, is he the sort of person who thinks true love is give everything?
Oh.
No, that is
Okay.
not true love.
No, Benson.
That is not true love.
Don't give her everything in your account.
And what are you getting?
Yeah.
Emotionally?
Right.
What are
Okay.
you getting? Yeah.
Right, we're going to take Lillian's call, and I'll just please ask my director, Mike, to give me a bit more time, because we need to talk about the relationship stuff,
Yes,
right?
of
Okay,
course,
please,
of
Mike.
course.
All right, Lillian, good morning.
Morning to you.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Lillian.
I'm very fine.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Question, comment, darling?
Okay, I'd like to comment, or rather, I'd like to answer to Benson's
Okay.
what he has just talked about.
Yeah.
Because most of us, in a way, we've been heartbroken. We have trust issues.
Yes.
Could be money related, could be being cheated on, violence, and other stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like to tell him to give himself time and not to judge every person based on what he's been through. I know it's not easy.
Yeah.
I'd like him to give himself a healing process.
That's lovely.
Yeah, and just thank God because that happened. Because something bigger would have happened if he got into marriage.
It's true. You're right, girl. You're right. Thank you, Lillian. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you
thank
for that. Awesome. People are taking your advice and they're making it bloom. Right, Maggie, so you're in a relationship, you love this person, you've invested half of your life here, everything has been in this relationship. Sometimes you even have children together, or you're even engaged or married. And then the person actually falls out of love. What do you do? How do you tell? Do you walk away? How do you fix it? It's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, this is tricky, right? Because if you've already made a life with someone, walking away is so difficult, yeah? And especially when there are kids. I think you have to find, if you choose to stay, you have to find places in your relationship where love still exists, even in its tiniest form.
Okay.
So if he's a good father, you need to affirm that, and you need to, help the kids appreciate him, because that is a space where love blooms in your relationship. Another way to kind of reconnect is to try and think back to what you used to do when you were dating.
Okay.
Right? If there has been a trauma to the relationship, so if there has been an attachment injury, an injury to that connection between you, you need to figure out your responsibility in it and see how you can go about making amends.
Okay.
If there is no responsibility, for example, in the state of an affair, you need to know that your marriage as you know it may have ended. So the question is, do you want another marriage? And do you want another marriage with the same partner or with a different partner?
Okay.
Because I don't really know that there is such a thing as suddenly they fell in love.
Right.
I think that small things stopped happening in the relationship. And so over time, the love they had for you got snuffed out, or the love you had for them got snuffed out. Slowly, yeah? Pole pole. So you need to slowly warm up that soup. If the soup of your marriage has gone cold on the stove, light back that stove and on low heat slowly. So if you're fighting and you tell him, I love you with all of my heart, he's not going to believe you.
Right. Yeah.
Right? But if you tell him, I saw this thing and it reminded me of that date we had in Uhuru Park and the boat almost capsized.
Yeah.
And you're the only one I know I could tell. But anyway, I'm really glad I shared that memory with you. Yeah? I'm really glad I made that memory with you. Slowly, so that you can start to thaw them around the edges. I don't know, sometimes you want the marriage to work and they don't want the marriage to work.
Right, they're out. They're in love with somebody else. In their mind, they have completely moved on.
Yeah.
What do you do with that person?
You have to decide whether that's a relationship you're willing to be in.
Okay.
Because you can't make them stay, right? Sometimes I've heard of couples where one partner had an affair and the other partner said, look, I love you, I'm really angry with you, but I'm not leaving you today, tomorrow, or ever. So once you're done with that relationship, but they told me it almost killed them.
Really?
However, in at least one instance I'm thinking of as I say this, the marriage worked. But I hesitate to encourage people to do that because it really can destroy you. The constant message every day, every minute of you're not good enough for me, I don't love you anymore, I don't want you. And when someone is in that state, even your little effort irritates them.
Wow.
So when you cook their favorite meal, they go eat at Java or wherever. Yeah. So you find that it's like you're stabbing yourself every day.
And with a high expectation that this person will love you, they will change.
Yes.
And they constantly don't.
Yes.
It's safe to say that this relationship is dead and it's okay for you to walk?
I think it's okay for you to walk if you have done as much work to get out of it as you did to get into it.
Okay.
So you can't, I don't think if you're in a marriage or a relationship, you have the right to say it's over and just walk away. People do it, but you need to realize that you're dealing with another human being, and this human being is the mother or the father of your children, right?
Yeah.
And even if not, they have given you a lot of their life. So if you've done the work to get out of it, if you've seen a couples therapist, and this goes beyond, I know pastoral counseling is important, but there's certain principles of marriage that must apply. So saying pray about it is not very helpful to that person.
Right.
Yeah. So you need to figure out, have I done the work necessary? Have I done what I can to save it? People come to us at the end, they have 1 or 2 sessions, and then they say to their family and friends, we even had therapy, it didn't work. No, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
For example, my module of therapy is short-term therapy, between 10 to 12 sessions, so 10 to 12 weeks, consistent weeks, yeah? If you haven't given your spouse that, then you don't have the right to say you tried.
Okay, beautiful. Amazing. Yes, she does have sessions, she does sit with families, couples, and you know what, before you throw in the towel, I love that.
Yeah.
Recognize that this person gave you a huge chunk of their lives.
Yes.
A huge chunk of their lives. Don't just walk away. Try and fix it. And if you can't, amicably then, you know? And that's another one. You have to come back. We talk about how to amicably now do it if you need to walk. How do you do it and keep this person as a friend? And should you be friends with your ex? That's a whole other topic. Thank you, Maggie. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Very, very,
Thank
very
you
wise
very much.
indeed. Thank you for your nuggets of wisdom. Right. So, guys, I will connect you to Maggie on our social media platforms. She is a great therapist, and she does, of course, give sessions. And you guys can get in touch with her through our social media platforms on email or on Facebook. But for now, we asked you a question earlier on the show. There it is. Who was Nicki Minaj's high school sweetheart? They broke up, and she kept it moving. Safari Samuels. And there's his picture. He's so fine. I don't even know, girl.
That's him?
That's him. He is so beautiful. Sheila Wabosha, congratulations. Hamper goes to Maramba Elvis. Another hamper goes to Samari Mutai. And for the winner who had written to us earlier, who got a cash prize in May, I'm going to check up on that for you right away. But guys, there he is. Ladies, ladies, ladies. I bet you he didn't look like that when he was in high school, though. Is he famous? Is this man famous, or is he just famous because he dated Nicki Minaj years ago?
What does he do?
I don't even know.
Because you gotta
Usha, what does this man do? He's famous? He's a rapper? Okay, he's got a record label, and yeah, he's hot. I wonder if he's single. All right, listen, the guy earlier, what was his name? Duncan?
Our first
Benson.
caller.
I'm gonna hook up Luke.
Look, and he's single.
Luke, we're gonna hook you up. Please direct message, inbox us your picture, and we'll display it for the ladies. Let's hook up, people.
I know it's a
Why
dating
not?
site.
It's a dating game. It's a whole thing. Let's
Should be
hook
AM
up
love
Exactly.
instead of live.
AM love. Okay, bye everybody. My director is losing it. Bye,
day.
bye, bye everybody. Have a good day. Have a good one. And don't give up on love, please. There is true
true
love.
love.
There is true
See, we
love.
even said a jinx.
Thank you. Okay, bye everyone.
Change that